Hello and welcome to New Mexico Rising. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week we bring you things from across the country to talk about right here in your neighborhood. And on this week's show, we got this.
And then my favorite was the fireworks that were last night on the Disney Wish, which is a Disney cruise special, something that only Disney Cruise does on the seas.
It almost gets me emotional talking about it because it was one of the most beautiful sceneries that I've ever encountered. And the things that we get to do in these places, you could never imagine it.
All of that and more right here on New Mexico Rising. What's better than s'mores, sunshine, and a good old-fashioned campfire? June is National Camping Month, and for more and more people, camping isn't just a vacation. It's a full-on experience. Whether you're into hiking, swimming, glamping, or just unplugging for a few days, there's a KOA campground out there with your name on it. So, joining us today is Diane Eichler, Senior VP of Marketing at Kampgrounds of America, to share what's new this summer and why camping continues to just keep growing in popularity. Welcome to the show, Diane. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so why do you think, or why do you feel, or what have you seen has been making camping becoming more popular year after year?
Yeah, camping has traditionally been a really peak summer activity. Our campers are telling us more now than ever. They're really seeking comfort, convenience, and with a high dose of nostalgia out in the summer periods and camping this year. They want to go back to basics. They want to disconnect from devices. They want to take the time to be with friends and family congregating around the campfire. And they really are looking for calm and peaceful ways to enjoy their vacations this summer. And camping fits that bill.
And a lot of families are trying to stretch their travel budget. How does camping help make that even easier?
Yeah, travel has become, in some instances, fairly expensive, and camping has always been a very budget-friendly, value-oriented way to travel in the summer. So inherently, the things that you do when you're out camping, hiking, biking, fishing, they don't cost a lot of money. Meal planning and cooking by your campfire, eliminates the cost of going out to restaurants or maybe going to a hotel for food. And, I would also say that, the types of accommodations that are out there that are just very varied in terms of price and are very, very budget friendly as well. So there are lots of ways that campers can go out and enjoy the great outdoors without spending a lot of their hard-earned money.
So how are today's campgrounds different than what people used to remember as kids?
Yeah, at KOA, we really start with the accommodations. So making sure that we have different accommodations for all of our campers. So if you are traveling in RV and you want a pull-through site with a patio and full hookups, to tent camping, and also one of my personal ways to camp is in our deluxe cabins. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's more of a glamping opportunity where you've got a kitchenette and a bathroom and bedrooms, and it comes many times with linens. So you really don't need a lot of gear to go camping and to go into our deluxe cabins. So it's a great way for people to get outdoors. And we also know that 50% of our campers actually camp with pets. So we're really pet friendly, and we think that all of our furry friends are part of the family. So we welcome them at all KOAs.
And for people that are watching here in New Mexico or nearby, can you share any KOA locations or experiences that they may want to check out this summer?
Camping in the land of enchantment is a highlight to anybody's summer activities. We've got 5 campgrounds within 100 miles of Albuquerque. So obviously, Santa Fe is a huge major destination for many campers. So the Santa Fe KOA holiday is about an hour away. And then we've got the Grants KOA journey, which is about an hour and 15 minutes away. Nestled around Route 66 and volcanic landscapes and so much to see out in New Mexico. And I really encourage our campers to get out there this summer.
And finally, where can people go plan their trip or maybe even learn more?
Yeah, KOA.com is your one-stop destination for all updated inventory and information. And while you're there, I encourage everybody to visit our blogs for tips and tricks and lots of recipes to make it easy to get outdoors.
Diane, thanks for joining me this morning.
Thank you, and happy camping this summer.
Have you noticed more people getting outside and hitting the water? Boating is becoming a favorite way for families to spend time together without the stress of travel. Joining us from a boat in New York is Ellen Bradley, Senior Vice President at Discover Boating. Hey, Ellen, it's great to have you with us.
Well, thank you for having me. And I'm lucky today. I get to be out here on the water. The sun is shining. It's blue skies. And as soon as we're done talking to you, we're going to be heading out on the water with some friends. And as you said, more and more people are turning to boating. And it's because it feels like a vacation on demand.
If someone's brand new to boating, what are some easy ways to get started without having to own your own?
Well, if you don't own a boat or you're not sure if you're ready to own a boat, there are a lot of new ways to get out on the water and be part of the boating community. And whether it's boat rentals, boat clubs, where you get access to a variety of different boat types, you even get access to boat captains who can drive the boat for you or teach you how to drive the boat. And there's something that's called boat sharing, peer-to-peer boat sharing, where if you do own a boat, you're able to rent that out to people as simply as on an app on your phone. And really a lot of ways to help people get out on the water, making boating more accessible than it's really ever been.
And boating is more than just a hobby. It's also a big part of the economy. Can you talk a little bit about that?
That's right. Boating is certainly fun. It's relaxation, it's freedom, it's adventure. But what a lot of people don't realize is that boating is also big business in our country. In fact, throughout the U.S., boating drives an estimated $230 billion of annual economic activity, making boating truly big business for the United States.
And where can people go to learn more or plan their own boating experience?
Well, if you don't have a friend with a boat or you don't own a boat yet yourself, discoverboating.com can be that friend with a boat. We have everything you need to get started. We can share with you all the insights and tips that you might need on where to rent, how to join a boat club, and how to buy if that's what you're looking for. Truly all the insider tips on boating at discoverboating.com.
Ellen, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
For millions of families, stretching a grocery budget is more important than ever, especially as food prices continue to fluctuate. If you rely on SNAP benefits or just want to shop smarter this summer, Amazon Access might be the tool you didn't know you needed. So joining us today is Nancy Dalton, Director of Amazon Access. She's here to talk about how Amazon is making it easier and more affordable for families to shop for groceries online and how her personal story helped shape her passion for this work. Welcome to the show, Nancy. How are you?
I'm doing great, Dan. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, so what exactly is Amazon Access and how does it help customers save on groceries?
Sure. So Amazon Access is the team that develops programs and services to make your shopping experience in Amazon stores easier and more affordable. And my team is always gathering perspectives in different communities across the country. And a lot of that insight and feedback has become core and central to the way that we develop our products and services and meet customers where they are.
And what are some of your top tips for finding discounts or budget-friendly grocery items online?
So important, especially now. And so at Amazon, we offer a wide range of products at low prices, including grocery. And so no matter where you are in the United States, you can shop groceries online through Amazon.com, Amazon Fresh, as well as Whole Foods where available. And you don't need a Prime membership to actually do so. And we often think about online grocery and just how popular it has become, especially for our customers. And so according to the USDA, online SNAP benefit redemption has grown tenfold from 2020 to 2023. So this is a really great way to both save time and money. And when you do come into our stores, it's very easy to find what you need. Just look for the SNAP eligible label on the grocery products. And you will be able to get budget-friendly groceries, have them delivered straight to your door, same day.
And you've spoken openly about growing up on SNAP. How does that experience shape the way that you approach making grocery access a little more equitable?
You know, absolutely. When I was growing up, my mom was on SNAP, and I have never forgotten just how valuable that resource was to help put food on the table for our family. And it really did shape me as an individual. So to be in a position where I'm leading a team developing products for low-income households is really a full circle moment. And just like my story, customers' budgets will evolve over time. And we want to be there for our customers when they need us throughout their journey.
So how are you guys supporting customers coming up in these summer months?
Yes, great question, Dan. So we are very supportive of the Sunbucks program, which is also referred to as summer EBT, where eligible families receive $120 per school-aged child to purchase groceries. And this is a very important bridge for families while their kids are not in school and unable to take advantage of school meal programs. So you can use your summer EBT in Amazon.com, Amazon Fresh, as well as in Whole Foods. We also have our cash EBT offering, which allows you to pretty much purchase anything on Amazon.com, from electronics to baby and personal care items and home and kitchen. And of course, our Prime Access program, which is all of the benefits of Prime at 50% off if you are receiving government assistance or if you are income verified. And so you have the ability to take advantage of all of the member benefits, the fast and free delivery, and a lot of exclusive features for Prime members. So those are just a few of the ways that we are supporting the needs of our customers this summer.
All right, Nancy, where can people go if they want to learn more about starting and using Amazon Access?
To learn more about Amazon Access, visit us at amazon.com/access. And if you're a Prime member, take advantage of Prime Day, which is just around the corner, where we will be offering our members the hottest deals and brands, creator favorites, and Amazon exclusive products. So this July Prime Day event is going to be even more valuable for our members.
Well, Nancy Dalton, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me, Dan. You have a great day.
More people are working on their health and fitness this summer, but knowing what to do or what to take can be confusing. Today, we are joined by Patti Brewton, a certified trainer and nutrition coach, who's here to explain how supplements like protein and creatine can actually help support your routine. Hi, Patti.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Doing great. Patti, what are some easy ways people can stay active and healthy this summer?
Absolutely. I would say the first things first, you want to make sure you're mastering your basics. So for me and my clients, that's working out, predominantly strength training 3 to 4 times a week. That's making sure you're increasing your step count, getting enough steps in, moving your body throughout the day, getting enough sleep. I know that's really difficult for most people, and prioritizing protein and whole foods in your diet. So once you have those basics mastered, you can add in supplementation to really elevate your work and elevate your performance. And for me, that looks like pre-workout, whey protein, and creatine. These are three things I take on a daily basis, and 3 things I also recommend to my clients to take as well.
So you mentioned about protein and pre-workout and creatine. Are they helpful for everyday people?
Yes, and that's the common misconception for protein. When you think about protein, protein is so important for your body. It helps support muscle recovery and growth. And that is both post-workout, but also in your daily life. So you need 1 to 1.4 grams per pound of ideal body weight for your daily recommended dose of protein. So for a woman who weighs 140 pounds, you need at least 140 grams of protein a day. And that can be really difficult, especially for women, to get just with whole foods. So that's why I love C4 whey protein. 1 scoop of the protein powder is 25 grams of protein. And that's basically a meal. So you can add that to a shake. You can add that to your Greek yogurt in the morning. You can just mix it with water and get on the go. And it's a great way to supplement what you should be consuming in your daily supplements. So yes, C4 whey protein is great for the average person, whether you're working out or whether you're not. And then same for creatine. Creatine gets such a bad rap. Everybody is talking about creatine. They're talking about how it's for men and for bodybuilders, that it makes them gain weight. But that's not true. It pulls water into your muscle cells and it helps you recover faster and build lean muscle mass. And so whether you're working out or whether you're not, creatine is going to support you in recovering quicker from anything that you're doing. And on top of that, as a mom, as a wife, as a business owner, creatine also, new research shows that it helps you maintain mental clarity and focus. And for me, the brain fog is real. And so I love that added benefit of adding creatine into my routine. And I feel a huge difference. And I know my clients do as well. And so it's really easy to mix. I habit stack it, add it to my greens, my colostrum, my collagen that I take in the morning. And it's super easy to take every day.
So protein, creatine, and pre-workout, what is the difference?
Yeah, so the difference, pre-workout is 200 milligrams of caffeine. So you want to be taking that about 30 minutes ahead of a workout. And it's designed to really help you with endurance, hydration in your muscles, and really help you get that added boost like a coffee would for your day. So you want some extra energy. Pre-workout is what you want to take. If you are trying to hit your protein goal and you're falling short, that's where the C4 whey protein comes in. You can supplement with the protein at any time of day. It doesn't matter. It's just about making sure you hit that daily protein goal. And then for creatine is really about maintaining that lean muscle mass that you're building in the gym. And then also for me, the added bonus is the mental clarity and focus. And so that's something that you can take. It's more about being consistent. It's less about the timing.
And how do people know when to take them and how much to use?
Yeah, so on all of the labels, you can go ahead and read. You can read the labels. All the recommended dosage is on the bottle. However, I would say all of these supplements are recommended for people 18 years and older. But it's very easy to take. You can't overdose on any of these. You're going to get more protein if you take more protein. Creatine, it's 3 to 5 grams a day, and pre-workout, it's all up to you. If you are great with a lot of caffeine, you'll be just fine. If you don't like too much caffeine, make sure you stick to just one scoop a day.
And where can viewers go if they want to learn more info or try your app?
Absolutely. So more info on these products, you can go to c4energy.com. If you want to follow me on social media, my app is launching in July. It's Patti.Brewton, Brewton. I talk a lot about protein, a lot about creatine, a lot about strength training. So would love to see you join my community. All of these products are also available at your local Walmart, Target, and GNC.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Patti.
Thank you so much, Abby. Great to speak with you.
Do you ever wonder what it's like to travel across Europe without knowing where you actually are? It's kind of a weird question. NBC's Destination X drops blindfolded contestants into a high-stakes, high-confusion game of trust, strategy, and pretty much pure guesswork. Joining me today is Peter Weber. Yep, Pilot Pete himself, who's no stranger to reality TV drama after The Bachelor and The Traitors. Now he's trading roses for riddles on the ultimate geo-guessing game board. Welcome to the show, Peter. How are you?
I'm so good, man. It's so good to be here with you. Super stoked to have this whole adventure play out.
All right, you've been through The Bachelor, The Traitors, and now it's Destination X. Like, what made you say yes to like hopping on a bus with strangers that have zero GPS?
I think very blessed, a lot of the opportunities I've had, but I think this was the one that I think I was made for the most. The second I heard about this, it was an immediate yes for me. Just the nature of me, my career, obviously, and the passion I've always had for traveling and seeing this world. This was just the most insane experience. And I can truly say it was the greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life. The most rewarding, the most beautiful experience, the most difficult experience as well. It was like I said, an immediate yes, and so stoked that I did it.
So what makes you say that it's like the greatest experience that you've ever done?
There were so many moments throughout this game that I truly, again, your senses are deprived, right? So when you are out and about and you actually have, your mask off, you're not in the bus, it's moments that you have to take extreme advantage of. And there was just a bunch of those where I remember looking around and like it almost like gets me like emotional talking about it, because it was one of the most beautiful sceneries that I've ever encountered. And like the things that we get to do in these places, you could never imagine it, in your wildest dreams. So being able to just check off a lot of the locations, that I haven't been to, some that I had been to, but some that I hadn't as well, was incredible. And just a lot of just awe moments, just epic is, I think, the best way to describe it. And it's going to be really cool to watch it back.
And with your aviation background, you probably know your way around like a map, probably better than most of the people. Did that give you an edge, or did the game just, how they have the rules, just throw you off?
Well, what map are you talking about? We didn't get any maps on this. That was... it would have been nice to have that. No, I listen, I did a little bit of prep, obviously, and tried to dig into my toolbox, just from experience of flying. It came into play a little bit. I would say, the times that it did help me, I tried to, use some like celestial navigation for trying to pinpoint at least my latitude of where I was in Europe. But again, with that, You have to have clear skies. You have to be able to be outside at night, and you have to be able to, have a shot at the North Star. So it wasn't always available. There was a couple times where I was able to recognize some departure corridors from airplanes taking off in places I had been, which was very lucky on my behalf. But I was fortunate enough to be able to take advantage of that. Other than that, though, it was a lot of alliances, and it was a lot of just being as observant as possible, and just trying to decipher what's true and what's not. Because the whole thing about this game is, yes, you're getting information, but it's not always accurate, and so you don't know if it's throwing you off, if it's a red herring, or if it's actually leading you to the correct destination. So just the ultimate guessing game. I tried to use my skills as best I could, and it was a blast.
You say it's a guessing game. You say it's about alliances. What about the mind games and like the survival? How did you approach the strategy side of all this?
Ton of strategy. Listen, ton of betrayal. That's the nature of this game. You can work with someone, so long, right? But at the end, there can only be one winner. It's not like, traders. It was a little bit different of a format where you could work as a group and win as a group. Well, here it turns that on its head. So at some point, betrayal will happen, and it's intense. You get close with a lot of people, and that can, it's like I said, for me, it was actually a really emotional experience. It really was, and I wasn't quite expecting that, but just from the awe factor of it and being able to see so many unique parts of this beautiful world, to the personal, relationship aspect of it too, and putting trust in someone, and then either having to break that trust or have that trust broken with you. It's a tough thing to navigate. So definitely have to have some mental fortitude to make it in this game and be successful. And I would say, the majority, if not all the players, definitely had that. The casting did a great job of picking the right players.
Peter Weber, thanks for joining me this morning. Catch Peter Weber and the rest of the crew every Tuesday night at 10 Eastern on NBC, and stream the episodes the very next day on Peacock. Thanks for joining me this morning, Peter.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it.
Are you thinking about taking a cruise this summer? More families are choosing vacations that offer fun for all ages, and cruises are topping the list. Joining us from the Disney Wish in the Bahamas is travel expert Jeanette Ceja, here to share what's trending this summer. Hey, Jeanette.
Hi, so great to see you.
It's great to see you. You're on a cruise ship right now, and can you tell us where you are?
Absolutely. I'm on board the beautiful Disney Wish here at Castaway Cay. It's a Disney's private island destination in the Bahamas.
And what are some travel trends that you're seeing this summer for kids, couples, or the whole family?
Yes, a popular travel trend right now is family-centric travel. So travel that caters to everyone in the family. For example, your grandparents, your parents, the children, toddlers, even babies. So family travel that everyone can enjoy. And Disney Cruise keeps the family in mind for all your needs and vacations. Great thing about Disney Cruise is that you get 3 vacations in one. You get the hassle-free ocean experience on a cruise. You also only unpack once, which is nice. You get to visit tropical destinations. Like today, we're at Castaway Cay in the Bahamas. And you also get the magic of Disney. You get to experience Broadway-style shows on board. You get to experience dining. It's not just any dining, too. It's a signature rotation dining concept on Disney Cruises, where you dine at one of 3 restaurants. Reservations are made for you. Again, it's hassle-free. There's even a dinner show like Arendelle that I went to the other night on the Disney Wish, which is great. And there's something for everyone. Again, adults. There's the adults only area. There's Quiet Cove, Infinity Pool. Definitely check that out while I was here. For children, there's kids club where they can have fun with other kids. I know my 2 young nieces love that. There's even a nursery. So if you want to have a date night with your partner, you want to celebrate a special occasion, you can have that experience, and your kids and your children, nieces and nephews will also have a great time and gather together for family dinner. There's pirate night. And then my favorite was the fireworks that were last night on the Disney Wish, which is a Disney Cruise special, something that only Disney Cruise does on the seas. And wow, it was amazing.
And why are cruises becoming so popular again?
Cruises are becoming very popular because cruises offer the the hassle-free kind of vacation, right? And so Disney Cruise really does that, keep that in mind for your family. So while you're here, you get to enjoy everything from the entertainment on board, the dining experiences, again, the signature dining rotation experiences, where you can just go, the reserved for you, the restaurant is picked up for you, even the table you will set at is prepared for you. So all you and your family have to do is enjoy, plan where you want to go for the day. Again, there's a Broadway style entertainment. There are shows. You can check out the Disney Cruise app and you can find out where your favorite Disney character will be on board. I know I met Belle the other day, and I know that adults also enjoy these kind of experiences. You'll see them like Pirate Night last night was great. You saw families together. We all dressed up as pirates. And then we got to enjoy the shows. I saw The Little Mermaid on board the other night, which the talent is amazing here.
And what should families look for when planning a trip with kids and grandparents?
Yeah, so definitely look for a vacation that caters to everyone in the family, something that everyone can enjoy. And again, Disney Cruise keeps the family in mind for a vacation. There is something for everyone on board. And, again, you can have that time with your partner. You can have a date night. You can go to the pool. You can enjoy with your children. There's also adults only pool. You can have the kids at the kids club where they'll have fun with their peers. There's a nursery. There's lounge to grab a drink with live music. The entertainment on board is really amazing. The slides, the water slides that you can experience as you see behind me, and just the tropical destinations that you stop at, like today, Castaway Cay.
And is it too late to plan a summer vacation like this?
The great news is that there's still plenty of time to plan your summer vacation. We are in June, and there are, for example, Disney cruise ships that are sailing out of Florida. There's 4 sailing out this summer. There's also a Disney cruise that sails out of Alaska, and a Disney cruise that will sail out of Europe. And you can check out all the itineraries, including any special offers, on the DisneyCruise.com.
And thank you so much for joining us today, Jeanette.
Thank you so much.
And that's it for New Mexico Rising. I want to thank you for tuning in and checking out the show. If you actually want to be on the show, just email me. That's newmexicorising@gmail.com. We're on social media like Instagram and Facebook. And until next week, that was New Mexico Rising. This morning, we're taking a moment to honor the life and legacy of a remarkable artist who left a lasting impact right here in New Mexico, Gary Gist. Gary Gist's artistic journey began in Oklahoma, where he was surrounded by Native American culture and led him across the world, from studying in Paris to earning his degree at the University of Kansas. But it was here in New Mexico where Gary truly found his home. In his later years, he became a cherished member of the community, known not just for his extraordinary artwork, but for the warmth and inspiration he brought to those around him. Now, in tribute to his legacy, a special collection of Gary's work is available through an online auction. These are some of his most beloved and meaningful pieces, each one a reflection of his passion, perspective, and deep connection to the Southwest. Scan the QR code now to explore the collection and place a bid. It's a rare opportunity to own a piece of Gary's legacy and support the preservation of local art. Though Gary Gist passed away, he remains a staple in the New Mexico art scene and in the hearts of those who knew him. This is your chance to celebrate his life, his work, and the creative spirit he shared so generously within our community.